Are iced coffee and cold brew essentially the same thing? Most people have a drink that comes to mind when they hear iced coffee, from the iced caramel macchiato to iced black coffee. So what's correct? Before we dive into everything, let's look at this from a cafe perspective. In general, when you order an iced coffee at your coffee shop, they are going to serve you a coffee that they brewed hot and then chilled down with ice. This often will result in a coffee that is a little bit brighter, a little more tart and acidic. At a couple shops that I worked at, we actually intentionally brewed our iced coffee at a tighter ratio to make the coffee a little bit stronger, so that way when we iced it down, it still had a rich, full body, and this highlighted some of those tartar aspects of the coffee we were brewing. So when it comes to an iced latte, the key thing that defines that is that we are using espresso, cold milk, and ice. These drinks can be a 2:16 ratio of coffee to milk. The idea is that there's a lot more milk than coffee, so it's not going to be this harsh, strong espresso, but it's going to be made lighter and sweeter because of the milk and cooled down with that ice. And if you don't like a lot of milk, there are plenty of options for you, from a shaken espresso with a splash of milk, a cold brew with a light little touch of milk there. You can get an iced coffee, or you can do your coffee just straight up, no milk whatsoever. Hopefully we haven't left you behind, because there's also cold brew. Cold brew is coffee that, as its name implies, is brewed cold. Usually, with hot coffee brewing methods, your coffee brews hot. With cold brew, we're going to add a whole bunch more time in the process and allow it to extract more slowly. This makes the coffee a little more smooth and rich, but it can take up to 12 to 24 hours to get right. Personally, I've tried to brew my cold brew for less than 12 hours and am generally unsatisfied, which makes sense because the longer you brew it, the stronger it gets. What I really like to do when I make a cold brew is I like to make a cold brew concentrate, brewing for up to 24 hours. This makes a really strong coffee that I can cut down with water. Kind of like you would see from cold brew at a grocery store, except when you make it at home, it's fresher and under your control for how it turns out. What I like best about the taste of cold brew is its richness. It has this full taste with a lower perceived acidity. It's not quite as sharp as our other two icing methods. Cold brew is really great if you're really sensitive to acidity. Because it's downplaying it, makes it much more drinkable and gives you a cold coffee option. So what is iced coffee? It's all of this. It is a broad category for all cold coffee beverages. Iced lattes, cold brew, iced coffee, shaken espressos. Basically, any coffee that is served cold and over ice is iced coffee. My favorite, honestly depends on my mood, but my go-to is cold brew. However, I am really partial to an iced coffee shandy, which is an iced coffee cut with a little bit of lemonade. It does need to be the right coffee though. I remember a couple years back I tried this with a natural processed Kenyan coffee and a really good homemade ginger lemonade, and it was so good. So why is iced coffee so popular? There are a ton of options with iced coffee, from the sweet iced coffees, the strong shaken espressos. There is an iced coffee for everyone. It is refreshing and delicious and a really, really good choice. Hopefully you found this video helpful and now understand that iced coffee covers many, many different options. Let us know what kind of iced coffee you're ordering at your cafe next.